What is up, guys? The Hill Twins are here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Eric Hill's top 8 finish at the PPG Dragon Ball Super Regional.
At too many games
in Philadelphia, PA. Eric did pilot Son Goku Supreme Warrior to his top 8 finish, and I just want to. He finished with 7 seed, right?
Yep,
so before we just get into it, just give us a minute on your thoughts of the deck. Why did you choose this deck?
So to be honest, I didn't really going into the regionals. I didn't really have a pick. I was playing so many different decks that I wasn't even sure what to take, and I actually wasn't playing this deck at all. I actually just picked up the deck. But I was playing Zamasu, I was playing just a bunch of different decks, and I was just having fun with it.
Right.
And by the time I got to the hotel, I was like, damn, I really don't have a deck. I really wasn't sold. I hadn't played this at all, realistically. And, I was like, you know what? Let me give it a try. It's basically already built. And, I am an aggressive player at times, so that's kind of what I wanted to explore this weekend with it. I told myself and others I would never play the deck. And I think after today, I'm done with the deck anyway. So, yeah. So I'll jump into the video. Top 7 finish, Son Goku. Real quick, cards cannot be sent to your warp from your drop. Point blank. Burst 3, draw 1 card. Burst 3, draw 1 card, and then discard 1 card. He awakens when you have 7 U7s in the drop. And you can awaken at 8 life. Draw 1 card.
Where he draws,
Yep. He also attacks when he draws, but you draw 1 card and untap an energy.
On his awaken side.
Awaken side, you can activate main once per turn to draw 1 card and mill up to 3 cards. Then he has activate main, sparking 20. You can pick up 1 U7 from your drop and negate the effect of the game.
Right.
Permanent's the same. So pretty powerful leader. Awakens. He's pretty powerful. So I'll just jump into the deck profile real fast. So we start off with our 1 drops. I like very simple, clear-cut strategies. So I just wanted to draw cards. This card is amazing. When he's milled from the top of your deck, he's milled, you draw cards.
It triggers routine, on the play for the mill. It triggers Trunks if you hard cast them.
Right, and then
energy.
Turn 1, I'm just usually dropping him to draw a card. Then I'll combo him off. He's another U7 in the drop. That's it.
And 5K, take the damage.
Next, we have our 4 Gohans.
Searches.
These are searches in the deck. Very great. Top 5. You get to pick up a U7 for a less or a Unison. We don't have a Unison in the deck, but literally U7 on skill, and he searches for U7. So cantrips, and you get to search your super combos and stuff. So really super powerful. I'm going to get right into the package of what we actually search for. We have, boom, one of the best cards in the deck.
Searcher.
He's a searcher, 1 drop, 20K, 15K, double strike. He does get hit by a lot of things in the meta right now, even in the mirror match. But once you summon him, if they have no response, you swing, he draws a card, basically, because you can pick up any U7. And yeah, if he stays on the board for more than 1 turn, he's just advantage. Like double strike, pressure, and advantage. It's really powerful.
So his double strike is sparking 7.
Right.
And limit 1, if your leader calls you U7 and he has 5 or more U7 cards, you can't play him from your hand. So.
Right, yep. Powerful. Next, one of the best cards in the deck is Golden Frieza.
He's still one of the best cards. It had to be Frieza.
Literally. 19K, dual attack, pressure. When he comes into play for 1 energy, sparking 7, you get to
neg 2 of your opponent's battle cards.
Neg 1 of your opponent's battle cards, 15K. So he's just super powerful. I get to kill anything 15K or just severely injure something. I can
then run into them.
Run into them or just run into lead. And they're all limit 1. So you do this like turn 2, then you do it again on turn 3. It's just hella powerful. Right.
Also, what's so good about him is just that, like, even in the mirror, as far as meta relevance, the 1 drop Eric described, just triggering Trunks, then being able to do that. If Trunks blocks, now you have 2 19K pressures to kill Trunks.
Give me 10K out of your hand, basically.
Precisely.
Turn into a Rebrian. Next, to finish off some of the lineups, we have our son Goku, Sign of Mastery. This card is amazing. He's a counterplay limit 1. Play this card, so only once per turn when you're counterplaying, and you can play one of him. But on your turn, you can free play him, and you can play him as early as turn 1. Sparking 7. Sorry, so you can play him as early as Sparking 7. If you do, I have some changes that I'm gonna make in the deck actually, which is pretty cool. But we'll get into it when I choose to update the deck.
Okay.
But basically, when he's played, you can neg something 15k and draw a card.
Right. I mean, this is the reason why Basil Fatal Rampage is such.
Right.
It's
and he's
such a weaker card now, especially with Red just being so powerful.
Yeah.
And he draws a card. He acts. He's a pseudo. Steadfast assistant. Yep. However, he works for Red in their color expression, which is awesome.
Right. Next, we have 2 of possibly the most underused card in the deck. I had it at 1. I bumped it up to 2 because I said, you know what? Let me actually just give it a try. It is U7. It's 20k. I could tell you I probably played this card once all day, and I hate it. It was just the easiest card in my hand to pitch, honestly. I think that I'll take these out and put them in the sideboard for when they're needed. They are powerful, but 2 energy is very big in this deck, and it just didn't do much. Like, all the cards nowadays are 19k anyways. So even if you're negging barrier, outside of playing against Gamma and negging their Android 17s, which was actually really good. Outside of that, it really wasn't effective. Like, against Trunks, you neg the 1-drops and they just summon them again. So it didn't really do much. I didn't really like it.
Okay, fair assessment.
Next, 2 of these. I think 2 is the right number. You don't want to have the Ultra Mastery in a drop and then have to pick it up. It is still one of the boss cards, and it is pretty powerful, especially against certain matchups. It's bad against Black Petrification, and it's bad against other decks that, like, it can get rested, like Poutine or even Trunks. So that's bad, but outside of that, against every other deck, it's pretty good, and it's a pretty powerful big drop. So I mean, yeah. Secret Rare, self-explanatory. This guy's a monster. I literally drew him every game. You mill this guy out, he's in your hand. You go down to 1. If he's not the last life, he's in your hand. Always have this card. When I was playing against my U7 matchups, they always had the card. You just always have the card. It's literally possibly one of the best secret rares in the game. Next, 2 of these were really good, especially against decks that I could just literally abuse. Summoned this a few times. 2 was perfect. Didn't need any more. It wasn't the main battle card. It wasn't the main strategy. But when I did have it, it was very effective, and it did what it needed to do. Point blank.
Okay, awesome.
Very powerful. Sorry. Next, 2 of our SSB Kaokins. This was good. So
U7, right?
Yeah, it's U7.
Okay. Right.
Didn't really use it too much. To be honest, boards weren't being cleared. My boards were being cleared by a plethora of different effects in my field, and he was the most expensive. Whether you tap in 3 for him or even tap in 2, just didn't, it was good. It was good. I used it maybe once, but definitely sideboarded it out against certain matchups, and I'll show you what I added in. But he was cool. One of this was amazing. Honestly, there's a lot of cards in the deck that has deflect nowadays, but his effect is different. When he's put in play, he has a put in play effect. That when he's put in play, he negs 20k. So it's counterplays to put him. So it gets over deflect. A lot of cards do have barriers. That's very annoying in the meta, but it's okay. This guy can literally clear boards. I did some insane stuff. Summon this guy, neg 20. Summon Vidal, neg 10. You can just kill secret rares with this card. And yeah, it's really, really, really powerful. Use the red GT deck. They like to have a lot of cards on board. You can defend yourself when they summon something. Blast them, smoke them. That's it. Just smoke your board. That's it.
Also, he can't be counterplayed by Red's Resolve Renew because he's a 19k.
Right.
So even though he doesn't have deflect, and he does need to get into play in those red mirror matches, especially against cards like Bowman, etc., he's going to come out and he's going to wreak havoc.
Exactly. Next, Brawley Crown. Ugly. But this card is it's always amazing. I wish I actually had 4 in the deck.
Pretty nice. I told you.
I literally didn't need him at all, but he was U7. That's the only reason why. But I wish I had 4 in the deck. This card was just bonkers.
Pretty nice.
I wish I could have played him every turn or even twice a turn. It was bonkers. Like, let me just rip your whole hand. Best card in the deck in terms of counter plays outside of these. These are the counter plays that I did play. This card, bonkers, nuts. This card, I just can't, like, this card is just absolutely amazing. Spirit Boost, neg 2 cards, 20K, like, smoke them. The only thing that was left was their boots. Like, it was nuts.
Hey, yo.
I love this card.
Yeah,
Card's nuts. Self-explanatory. We don't care about Riposte. We don't care about Oceanus. Like, you tap for those cards, you're dead. Tech to one of this for our unisons, and we're going to get into that. This card is absolutely amazing. If you didn't mill it. And we also had one of him, and this is our unison package we played for Baby. The reason why I decided to play the deck and have fun was because I could draw cards. I like to draw cards and remove stuff. Baby is busted. I'm telling you now, Baby's busted. 10K. I can activate main to +1 to go to 4 when he's played. Draw a card. Eat a card. A card goes under him, and then he has a permanent that if he would lose a marker, he just takes a card from under him and discard, puts it in its owner's drop instead. So he's literally this guy on crack, the 1-drop green unison, the Migra on crack to some degree, because once he eats, now he's already at 4. He
can go +2.
People never killed this. They never got rid of this. Like they just can't. Then he's 10K extra, so he's pressure. And when you have when you're tapped out, your lead is a 6K. So this paired with imposing presence, it was just completely nuts. Like this card is amazing. Like 100%, one of the best unisons in the game, especially for red. Like it boosted it so well. These go under him, Spirit Boost, etc. 1 Champa. Wish I had 2. 2 Quoits. Quoits was amazing, especially against decks that only relied on, like, they just couldn't kill me. They just couldn't stop me from killing them.
All right, what the hell is this?
What? Oh, these Quoits? Oh, yeah, 4-1s. I didn't.
I can't.
Because the deck was, I wasn't playing the deck. I wasn't really playing the deck until I decided to play it. 2 after images. These are the extra cards now. 2 test things and 2 of this. I think the extra card lineup was perfect. Some people playing 4. That wasn't my goal. That wasn't my mission. This is not a 60 card deck. I wanted to keep the deck count a little bit lower because I just wanted to get to the point. But you still needed protection, and I think the 2 of this, and this was just perfect.
Even through the mills?
Even through the mills.
Okay.
You kept them in your hand if you've seen them. I generally seen at least 1 copy of each or a combination of it. So I generally seen 2 to 3 of these cards when I needed it, point blank. So that's the deck. I'll go into the sideboard real quick. Sideboard is, nothing fancy. It's just what I thought I needed. Definitely will change if I decide to use the deck again.
You built this last minute.
Right. So 2 Sins. This card is amazing. It came in against Gamma. Came in against
Red.
Red, yes. And it came in against like things like Cell and stuff. I thought we were going to see a lot of Cell, so that was that. Just very powerful. That's it. I get the attack cards in active mode.
And you just neg them. So you neg them 20, they become 5Ks.
Right.
And then you just run straight into them.
Topos, I wish I played 4. Topo was MVP. He came in every game. Point blank. He literally came in every game. Violent Rays at 2. 2 was perfectly fine on the side. I really didn't bring in Violent Rays too much. I wish I had 4 Topo, honestly. But 2 Violent Rays, because this is the hard negate and they have to counter it. Whereas other cards can stop Topo for the most part. But 2 Yamchas, more counter plays, point blanks. 3 Roams. Never came in. I guess I just thought I needed it, but never for Sin, but it never came in. 2 of these for blue and for green, and the MVP sideboard that came in majority of my matches, because the majority of my matches that I played was Cell, and this was Eon's tech. Eon told me what to play against himself, and that's 2 cease to exist. I wish that I had 3 of these. This card is absolutely amazing. It destroys, disintegrates yellow, and green. Cells, they can establish their 8 drops, pop it like popcorn. You establish the 3 drops, smoke it. This card negs barrier, ignoring barrier, 2 cards, 25K.
Which is like, it's
And
like,
worst case scenario, they have 5K combos in the hand.
so they're never dead. Like they're
So
literally,
they're just,
they're literally 3-drop battle
they're
cards.
literally
that-
combo cards that can
they're not
be-
extra cards essentially.
Right, they're literally not extra cards. Like, it's nuts.
So
that was the side. Pretty solid.
Yeah.
Point blank. Did what it needed to do. And that's just that. So that was the deck that I chose to take. I got 7th place. I was the only U7 in top 16. And yeah, that was it.
Okay. All right, bro. So anyway, guys, yep, that's Eric's top 8 finish. You just picked the deck up, and as you can see, the deck is still very, very sturdy.
Right, I think this is 50.
2, 3.
No, this is like 58. Perhaps.
Oh, okay.
I bumped it up too, yeah, I did. But I think it's like 58, 56 or 58. I double check. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you like the deck. Like, comment, subscribe, and like always,
Stay
super.